This morning to the subject of wedding lists. Back in the day, wedding gifts might have been a toaster, a nice bit of china, a chicken brick, or a fondue set, an egg cobbler, a Teasmade. Did you have a Teasmade?
No, I never got round to it. Tried very hard to buy one, but couldn't bring myself to thinking, no, you're too young.
Well, people don't want these things anymore. Couples on their wedding lists these days, say John Lewis, are instead asking for things like juice makers, televisions and music systems, some adding up to a total of more than £20,000. We've got a wedding planner with us this morning, Zoe Binning. Morning, Zoe. Listen to this. Gilbert John's been on the streets of Carmarthen asking people there what they'd expect to see on the modern wedding list.
I know a couple who got vouchers for skydiving to do together. Something you can do rather than just have that as a possession, I suppose.
Maybe something a bit more personal, like a book full of memories, like a photo book.
Well, when I got married, we were given a set of 4 egg codlers. We just used it once, just to make sure they worked, and then just put it to one side.
Because he's in the military, we bought him a statue, a soldier. We also give him some money, so they could go on holiday.
For a big deposit on the house or something, or?
Yeah.
A daddy for my son?
Money. I don't like that, you see. I don't like the card when it says, we'd just like some money, please. Zoe Binning, hello there.
Hi.
What's your advice to couples on wedding lists and wedding gifts?
Yeah, it's a tricky one, isn't it? Because most people now don't want the normal things, crockery, cutlery, glassware, bedding, that kind of stuff, because they probably live together anyway. And yeah, as you know, as people are saying, that they're after something a bit different. It's hard, isn't it, the money thing? It's always been one of those things where people ask for money or not. What I'm finding is people are asking for help towards their honeymoon, and that started out as being money.
Yeah, but honeymoon used to be one of the cheapest things to do when you were getting married, and mine cost 60 quid.
Where did you go, Pete?
Where did you go?
Ibiza.
Oh, really?
Did you?
In 1975.
Was Ibiza a very different place in 1975?
Oh, very quiet. Believe me, it was the last week of the season.
I thought you were going to say Porthcawl or somewhere for yours. But yes, people do go
Well,
very
we nearly
grand.
went to Jews.
They do. But what I think they're tending to ask for now is, rather than just money towards the honeymoon, they're asking for their guests to pay for something on their honeymoon. So, as one of the people who was interviewed said, skydiving, things like that, to experiences. So maybe you can pay for them to go diving with sharks, or maybe you can pay for them to have a really lovely meal on the first night of their honeymoon, that kind of thing.
Now, you see, I didn't want to ask for anything. I felt that when we got married, because like you say, yeah, I was 40 for crying out loud, and I'd been getting on fine with everything that I had in the house up until that point.
Yeah.
But so many people asked about a wedding list that we felt obliged to have one.
I think that's because people actually often don't know what to buy, and a wedding list is at least a guide, and they want to get them something. They don't want to end up, I mean, the old analogy was they don't want to end up with 10 toasters.
No, but I said let's test them. let's see how imaginative they can be.
Imagine what you could have had.
But if they come with nothing, fine, that's great. I just felt, going around John Lewis, which most people do, or other shops are available, going around John Lewis with a barcode reader and sort of clicking on things felt a bit mercenary.
I know where you're coming from completely, but I do think people are actually, at least we know we're getting them something that they want, and we're contributing to their lives, and that kind of thing. Whether they'd be prepared to pay out for a widescreen television or something like that.
There was a sense that things have changed so much. I mean, I got married the same day as Bill and Hillary Clinton, for heaven's sake, a very long time ago. But the idea of setting up home is kind of gone, isn't it?
It has.
Whereas I literally walked in through the door, first time we'd ever,
Did she carry you across the threshold?
Please. I was about 8.5 stone at that time.
But yes, that's exactly the point, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. No. But people don't know what to ask for, and that's why I think that there was that trend to asking for money. But people do different things. There's a bit more.
Have you seen something really innovative?
One couple were actually in the process of building a house, and they asked people to contribute towards literally the materials to build the house. Someone put a bag of cement, someone else put together. Yeah, that's it. And beams, which they then had engraved. So actually, the house, it was lovely because the house became quite personal because it was contributed to by all their friends.
Zoe, that's terrific. Thank you very much. Thank you, Zoe Binning.
How's it looking, Jacob?
The A44 still shut east of Aberystwyth as you head out from the Loves.